All right. Hello, everybody on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everybody everywhere. Hello. Guess what time it is? It is financial literacy time. It is time to learn how to plug the holes in those retirement accounts. Do you know that when you get a job and you get that good job, they give you benefits? And isn't it something how we just sign up for these benefits and we really don't know what we're signing up for. We're just so glad we got the job that we just start signing stuff. 401k, yes, I'll take it. Life insurance, yes, I will take it. Health insurance, okay, how much does it cost to put my kids and spouse on? And how much money do I have left after they take out all these benefits? Has anybody been there? Am I the only one that's been there where you got a job and man, they said benefits and you signed up for everything? And then you realize you're putting money into a 401k, a 403b, a thrift savings plan, a 401a, which is pretty much the same thing, a 457 plan, which is a deferred compensation plan, a civil service retirement plan, which is the old system that went out with Reagan, or a FERS retirement plan, federal employees retirement plan, which is a combination of a pension that the government gives you combined with Social Security. And then they just start taking money out of your paycheck. And if it's a pension, you don't even have a choice of how much they take out. So we go through life and they just take out all this tax deferred. What in the world is tax deferred? I heard a world-renowned financial advisor say just last night that tax deferred is tax savings. I went, what? You can't say the what in the world? What are you saving? Oh, but anyway, okay. I won't get all into that. So, I mean, it can be so confusing. And then they don't teach us about the stock market in high school. Wonder why. So we have to pursue learning about the stock market on our own. And those classes cost money. Everybody who teaches about the stock market will charge you money. I know. I paid for my financial education. And/or you have to make a decision to get a life insurance or a retirement planners or some type of financial license or certification. And then when you go to the agencies or the IMOs, they only teach you what they want you to sell. So they limit your education. They put blinders on you. We want you just to sell this because this is where we make the most money. And then you don't know about the whole picture. You don't get the whole picture. I went through about 20 years worth of that term and whole life war. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So how in the world are we supposed to navigate through all of this when financial literacy is not offered in high school and it's not just public knowledge? And then you turn on CNBC or Yahoo Finance and it sounds like they're teaching Mandarin Chinese. The bull, the bear, what in the world is that? Upside potential, downside, all these terms, put, call, all this stuff. What in the world is all that? Common stock, large cap, equities. I mean, you have to have a financial dictionary just to understand what it is they are saying. Do you pick up what I'm laying down? So listen. If I can take 1 hour to an hour and 30 minutes per week just teaching financial literacy, I know I'd be doing what God called me to the planet to do. And that is uplift good people, because when good people when we know how to grow our money, we make a difference in the planet. Power to the people. Truly, financial education is the basis of it. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? So listen, follow me everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, because I am always dropping nuggets about financial literacy. You're always going to pick up something that I have laid down, because it is beating in my heart to drop it freely, even though it costs me something. So tonight is Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we do some type of Be Your Own Bank masterclass. We have a series of masterclasses. The month of May is what it is right now. We just went through what felt like a harsh recession. Today was the first day we saw a breakthrough. The stock market has crashed for about 3 months, and people have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in all of our retirement plans. Billionaires have lost trillions of dollars. Companies, small companies, were barely swimming to get by. Today was the first day we actually saw the stock market go up just a little tiny bit, but not enough to recover 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. Even some companies lost $1 billion within the past 3 to 4 months. When you see a 0.4% increase on the S&P 500, honey, that's not enough to put $20,000 back into your retirement plan that you lost over the past 3 months. You took 3 steps forward to take 10 steps backward, because it could have taken you 2, 3, 4, 5 years to put that money in there. And if you don't have another 10 years to work, and you need to retire in the next 10 years, you don't have the time to recover. Oh, hold it out until you recover. Not if you're 50 years old. Barely scratch by if you're 45 years old. You're not going to be able to work and hold your position in the stock market to get that money back. You don't have the time. You've got to take your money and live out the next 20 years of your life right now. It's time to leave that job. It's time to be financially secure. You may even have a 20, 30-year house note, and you don't have 20, 30 years worth of house note money saved in your retirement. So what do we do? The entire country has been put in a pickle because of the lack of knowledge. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Our money perishes because of lack of knowledge. So that's why I get on your nerves all the time. I'm always posting. I'm always talking. I don't care whether I have on my exercise tights or a $1,000 designer business dress. It doesn't matter. When the word drops into me, I am going to drop it on you. Are you feeling me? So with that being said, let's take a look. We're going to be talking about plugging the holes in your retirement plan. Now listen, this information cost me thousands of dollars. I've got to drop at least $5,000 a year just to renew my licenses and to forward my education. And guess what? I'm not charging you anything. Zero, zip. Not to mention, I had to go into some back rooms with people who have at least $250,000 in assets and sit down at dinner to learn about those Rockefeller methods. I had to pay, but I'm not charging you. You know why? Because I found that there's something called financial discrimination. Whereas if you don't make a certain amount of money, you don't get the information. And that angered me. So I said, how can we give this to the people? Maybe charge them a little bit, but not charge them a lot, so they can teach it to their children and their children's children, and they can make themselves financially healthy. So we came up with a Thursday night workshop. Sometimes we'll charge $5 just to keep the trollers out, because trollers don't pay to get on. I noticed that. And if you charge something, then the trollers will troll on by and it won't mess up your Zoom call. You understand what I'm saying? But something just to, and then people who are not serious, they're not going to put any money into it, right? But the people who are serious, who really want it, they'll pay something and they'll come and learn it. The cream of the crop. So we started doing that, right? But listen, this is what your charge is. Let me tell you, come here. Let me tell you what your charge is for this information. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Make a comment, a compliment. Hey, Richelle, that was good. I didn't know that. Oh, where do I find more information? Make a comment. Share it with your spouse. Share it with your friend. Share it with somebody else that has a 401k thrift savings plan, 403b. Share the video. That's all I'm asking, to pay it forward. And if you make it go viral, then the blessings multiply upon me, and I can continue on, upon you, because you reap what you sow, and upon the planet Earth, and we can fulfill what the Lord called us to do. Sound like a good plan? Yes, ma'am. Say yes, Miss Richelle. I like it. Okay. Let's go. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're talking about the 4 holes in my, everybody's retirement account. Unless you know the secret of how to plug these 4 holes, they're going to affect you. Okay? Who am I? Well, that's a good question. For those of you who don't know me, there I am. My name is Richelle Dickerson, and I'm the CEO of Rhema Financial Solutions Incorporated. I've been in the business since 1992. We have about 30 licensed agents and financial brokers all over the country. We teach and train new brokers on the concept of how to take life insurance, annuities, investment accounts, and trust, combine them together to be your own bank. We have a patent on how to create cash flow out of different types of life insurance and combine it with a trust. So we are experts in this field. I restarted again at the beginning of the pandemic. I was broke, busted, and disgusted in 2020, in July of 2020. The pandemic hit. I spent up my 401k, and my son and I were door dashing, trying to pay the rent with masks on. We couldn't even touch people's doorknobs. We had to drop the food, ring the bell, and get away and watch them from the car, and they would wave at us. You remember how bad it was at the pandemic? That's what me and my, at that time, 13-year-old son, that's what we were doing to try to save the car and put food on the table. That's how bad it was. I went to church. Actually, we couldn't even go to church. Church was on lockdown. But the dance ministry was dancing virtually. I was on the dance ministry, have been since probably I could breathe, okay? A girlfriend of mine on the dance ministry, if things got so bad, I posted on Facebook, somebody please help us. We didn't have no food, no money. We was down to the line of zero. Have things ever gotten that bad for you? Well, I hope not, but it was that bad for me and Solomon that I took off all my pride, and I posted on Facebook, help a sister out. People started cash apping me because they'd never seen anything like that, right? And they did help us out. But one friend from the dance ministry said, Richelle, I think I have something for you. And she showed me the life insurance business using annuities and investments to do tax-free retirement strategies. And I said, what the ham sandwich is this? Look, child, I've been in the industry since 1992. I never heard you taking life insurance and making it tax-free income. I don't believe it, but somehow I kind of believed it, so I pursued it. She also her company showed me a structure on building your agency and creating passive income. And somehow I got whoa, that's the part I missed, right? I didn't build. I didn't show people what I knew. So I ended up living paycheck to paycheck, or in my case, life insurance policy to life insurance policy. That's a rough way to live. You hear me? Long story short, I came into the business under her. I caught the fever. I got my license in July of 2020. Before I had my license, I had 15 agents waiting for me to get my license. I wasn't playing, honey. And I went back and I talked to people that I had been in the industry with back in 1992. And they said, Richelle, why are we millionaires and you broke? Right? They were like 10 million and up. I mean, they was like, what is this tax-free retirement thing you talking about? We trust you. We're going to come in underneath you. And that was sweet, y'all. Let me wrap it up. All right. So I got my license. I passed my test. And as soon as I passed my test, I had 15 downline and 2 millionaires in my downline. Hello. Let me rewind it all the way. So from 2020 to 2021, I hit the $1 million round table, you think? Got this little ring, real cute. Didn't even know what the $1 million round table was. What is that? Oh, that's people that make 6 figures. Okay, great. Right, okay. You can make 6 figures in the industry. That's no big deal. That's like bottom rank. Right, okay, great. Okay, so hit that and just kept hitting that because I'd had the habit of working. Right, no problem. Caught COVID. Thought I was about to die. Was still living in my government subsidized apartment. My son caught it first. And he was in his room down for the count. I was in a business suit sitting on Zoom, trying to get on Zoom, got dizzy. And have you ever almost died? It's like somebody pulls a curtain down over your eyes and you see light, and then the curtain comes down black, 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 black. So the curtain was coming down in my eye, over my eyes, and I got dizzy, my lungs got hot, and I passed out on the couch, and my last silent words were, who's going to take care of Solomon? Because I thought I was going to die on that couch. I didn't think I was getting up. That was a Thursday. Friday morning, I woke up. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I woke up. Just like Jesus woke up, I woke up, okay? I woke up. Still in my suit. And I looked at my phone, checked my bank account, and there was $2,000 in my bank account. I'm like, where'd that come from? Well, okay. So me being me, yes, I had COVID, but I was still trying to work because that's who I am, right? I was still trying to set appointments and I was still trying to work and I couldn't. My body wouldn't let me. Lungs hot, body hot, couldn't set any appointments, couldn't do anything. All I could do was pass out, eat a little bit, pass out. I don't know how Solomon ate those few weeks because I don't know how we did that, okay? The next Friday, $2,000 came back into my account, but it was a little bit more, like $200 more. I'm like, where'd that come from? And then the next week, another 2,000. And this was March of 2021. The March of 2021, $2,000 plus came into my bank account every single week, and it was growing every week a little bit more. Where was this passive income coming from? So I looked into it. It was coming from two places, y'all. It was coming from the life insurance agents and the brokers that I trained, who were still writing business and had created a passive income. The second place it was coming from was my surprise. The year before that, we learned to take an indexed universal life policy and overfund it. We were taught to get $1 million worth of coverage and then put $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 into it, overfund it, because it's buy permanent life insurance and invest the difference in a fixed indexed Roth IRA. So I was overfunding a fixed index Roth IRA inside of my life insurance policy without even really knowing what the ham sandwich I was doing. And do you know what? Actually, let me tell you more. I had an app on my phone, and I decided to practice the principle of the no money account, which means you tithe 10% of every dime you earn to God and to yourself. So I would take my app on my phone and I would tie 10% into my policy and Solomon's policy. No matter what it was, God, me, God, me, God, me, God, me, God, me, right? Of course, my income started growing. You're going to go, God, and you're going to do it right? And pay your bill? Okay, yeah, that'll make your income grow if you understand the spiritual principles. So my life insurance policy started paying me a passive income. I was like, are you serious? This is no joke. This is it. Everybody needs to know about this, because if we knew about this before Tupac died, because that's when we started in the business. I started in 1992. Tupac and Biggie was still alive. Imagine being 19, 20 years old, and we knew about this and started stuffing money in our life insurance policies and fixed index Roth IRAs and not losing any money and not paying any taxes. Where would we be right now? Huh? So I was like, I'm like a financial evangelist. I'm like, look, get your real estate. That's cool. Flip property. Get your rental property, your Airbnb. That's all good. Rent out a vacation home. Get 2 homes. Rent out your Mercedes Benz, like my friends say. Oh, I got a Lamborghini, but I got a truck. Okay. And I rent out the Lamborghini on the weekend to make money. Rent out your Lamborghini and your Mercedes Benz to make your passive income. Build your life insurance agency, your investment agency, to make your passive income. Get dividend paying stocks and get the dividends to pay you passive income. But you know what? In that portfolio, you need to be your own bank. Banks have high cash value whole life policies to secure their accounts, and banks have been doing this strategy since the Great Depression. What do they know that we don't know? Do it. Get a policy on your children, grandchildren, somebody. If you sick and you know you can't get it on somebody who you be responsible for if they passed away. And let it create cash flow for you. That's how, because I had never experienced what it felt like to get 6 figures of passive income. That was my breaking point, y'all. That was the point when I found out that it really, really works. It works, it works, it works. Somebody tell somebody it works. And not only that, but I found out you could borrow from it, take out a good chunk of money, and your balance keeps growing. You can borrow from it, and you got the money in your hand. That's the life insurance company. That's your money. And when you look back at the principal and the interest keeps growing, 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 growing while you're down the street using their money. And if you don't pay them back, they'll decrease it out of your death benefit in your account at the end of the year. I was like, huh, why don't we know? Why don't we do this? So look, I mean, I broke it down. I got to the bottom line with you because I'm passionate. Listen. But that's how I found out. And that's why I'm so crazy pants about telling people this. I'm crazy enough to tell you every single day. And you should be crazy enough to listen. All right, well, listen. So that's who I am. I didn't really think I was going to tell you the long story like that. But oop, there it is. And I have good news for you. We are financial planners. So that means when you sit down with myself, Jeff, or any of our agents, we're going to pull out a planning sheet if we get along, right? If you and I can vibe, if I feel like you listen to me, I'm listening to you, and there's a connection, then the next step, we're not going to do it on the first call. The next call, we're going to pull out a financial planning sheet. It's a specially designed sheet called a green sheet. And the green sheet's going to show you the money, right? So we are financial planners. So when you get on a Zoom call with us, nothing costs you money. A financial coach or financial advisors charge dollars. A financial advisor is going to charge you a brokerage fee. That broker fee is going to be 1% to 4% of the balance of your account for the rest of your life. Or they're going to charge you an upfront fee of about $20,000, maybe $5,000 if you're lucky or you got a smaller account. And that is the reason why so many people, especially African American people, don't have financial advisors, won't go see them because they charge you. Financial coaches charge you as well. Debt elimination coaches, they all charge you something. You hear me? $500 or $99 a month, $150, $250 a month, and we'll help you get rid of the debt in X amount of time. Everybody charges something. But guess what? We don't charge people. I had a mentor tell me, said, Richelle, you need to start charging people. But we don't charge people. Guess what we do? If you like me and I like you, and we decide to work together, guess what the fee is going to be? Referrals. 10 good referrals. I am going to ask you to text my business card to 10 people and tell them about me. Make an introduction. And then I'm going to give you 7 days because I don't like phone calling. I hate cold calling. I don't like the calling. I realize I don't like to call people. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to reach out to them. And before I call, I'm going to say, Miss Cynthia, is it okay if I call you a referral? You're going to say, girl, don't call so-and-so, but call so-and-so. And that's how we're going to roll. And that's my pay. Because that allows me to continue forward in business. It also allows me to recruit and train other agents and show them how to build business. That allows me to build community, because if Miss Cynthia, her cousin Tutu, her uncle Ray Ray, her husband, and her sister all got the same plan, they're all my clients, and we're friends, and we have a relationship. We're accountable to one another. It just builds strong community. communities. And strong community is what it takes to be powerful financially, socially, spiritually, in every kind of way else. So referrals are God's fruit on the tree. And we will never, we do social media marketing, we do AI, we do YouTube, we do all the other marketing. Yes, we do. But the heart and soul of our business is referrals. That allows us to reduce the cost of your life insurance. Did you know that there are some life insurance companies that will allow us to reduce the cost? We have to take a commission cut, honey. And I'm a broker and I have my own agency, so I can do that. But brokers who work for the ABC soup, CBS, ABC, WFG, CSI, FP, PFAG, the alphabet soup agents, their agencies won't let them take a broker cut because it is all about the dollar bills, honey. So they can't go in there and cut their commission fee to give you more cash. That's the catch. How did I get my cash to go so fast and start paying me an income? I reduced the cost of the death benefit so that in 13 months, that jammy started paying me. That's the secret sauce, baby. So if you get with an agent that can't do that, honey, you're just paying for death benefit. It's okay. You don't have what I have because they can't give it to you because they're not allowed. But I can give it to you because I'm independent, honey. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. So it allows us to take those cuts we need. And also, we don't have to, if we do an account, when we do a retirement account for you, we're not going to attach those broker fees that stick and stay on your account. No need to do that. Because every 6 months to a year, I'm going to be reaching out to you and saying, hey, move your money to the global balance. Hey, move your money to XYZ, CFG, TPS, because that's what's paying. I'm going to be your person that's going to tell you how to grow your cash, baby. And yes, financial advisors charge for that. They all do. The fees are attached. Even your 401k has a broker fee. FTSP has a broker fee. All of it. Richelle, are you serious? When I say nothing is for sale, I mean it. Everybody who works for me, with me, ends up happy because they get paid cash on their cash. When they put cash in, they can open up and see cash has grown. All our cash grows money, babies. Write that somewhere so it gets in your subconscious mind. All my cash has cash babies. All my cash has babies. My cash makes babies. All of it. Okay. Who do we work for? Here you go. There's the lineup. They're all A plus rated, 100 years old or more, because that's all we pick. I told you, I've been in the business since 92. So I done seen these jokers go broke and take my business with them. These little life insurance companies, I give them the boot. Because they slammed, the company went under, and I can't get to my clients. What in the ham sandwich is that? So the clients can't get service, and I'm not a cruel person. I'm not going to go back there and cancel a final expense whole life on a 70-year-old woman who can't get insurance just because I can't service her no more. So we give them jokers the boot. You have to have an A or better. You have to be 100 years old. We are not working for any scrubs. We don't want no scrub because a scrub is an insurance company that don't get no love for me. Riding in the passenger side of your back friend's ride, trying to holler at me, and they be trying to holler at me too. They try to recruit me, and I say, no, thank you. And you should too. All right. So I did a lot of talking, and I sure am enjoying myself, by the way. let's get to the point. What's the point? Plugging the holes in your retirement plan. What are the holes? There are four giant holes that leak money out of your retirement plan. The first one is taxes. I heard a financial advisor the other day say, oh, you save money on taxes if you put money in your 401k. I love this sister, so I can't call her a liar. But what I can say is this: try to touch it. I double dog dare you to go on your 401k retirement portal right now and try to draw out some money and see if you're really saving on taxes, or if Uncle Sam hasn't put a lien on your account. You're going to have to borrow your own money at a variable interest rate. And you are going to have to pay a minimum of 30% if you're lucky, and under $50,000 a year. Because you're going to pay state, federal, and an early out penalty. And most of the way you slice that cake equals 40%. So the real value of your tax deferred plan is only 60% of what you're looking at, because you've been putting off paying the taxes. Deferred means put it off. So you've been putting it off until you touch it. Why save money if you can't touch it? People say, oh, if I keep it in there, I don't have to pay taxes. What's the point in keeping it in there? Cash is to better your life, and it's not better in your life if you can't put it in your hands. What's the purpose? Well, you can write it off, Richelle, and reduce your tax bracket at the end of the year. Honey, you have to write off a lot, okay? If you're not shoving about 15%, maybe 10% of your income, and if you're not at a certain income, your tax bracket is not going down. Check your CPA. Don't believe me. Don't believe nothing I say. See if your CPA has taken you to a lower tax bracket. And what's a tax refund anyway? You're not making any money on a tax refund. You've lost the buying opportunity. You've lost the opportunity to earn money. All you're doing is saying, Uncle Sam, here's my money. Hold it for 1 year and then give it back to me at the end of the year. Did you earn any money on it? No. It's just like you say, here, Richelle, I'm going to give you give me $1, and I'm going to turn around and give you that same dollar back at the end of the year. I didn't earn any interest on it, so the dollar decreased in value. Fees, I already talked to you about them, right? ATM fees, transfer fees, broker fees, maintenance fees. They will make up a fee just to take the interest that you earn. Listen, if you have a checking account, please stop what you're doing and look up accounts that have no fees. Because, honey, you are wasting your time. Your money is depreciating in value rapidly because of all of the fees you are paying. Low growth. Look, we work in the Black community, you know that, right? But predominantly people of color. And the one thing about Black folk, the older Black folk have issues trusting people with their money. So do you know what they do? They save it in their house or in a safe. They hide it from everybody. People don't know they got it. And or they'll put it in the bank and nobody knows they've got $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 just sitting in the bank. But do you know what's happening? Your money is depreciating in value every single year. Do y'all see this Pure Leaf tea? I'm going to stop for a minute. Look, see this Pure Leaf tea? Look, see it? Pure Leaf. Let's say this cost me $1 at the store. And then next year I went back, next May, and this cost me $1.05. So what happened? The cost of living went up by 5%. Now, if I go into the store and all I have is $1, I can't get this. Somebody somewhere is going to have to give me an extra 5 cents so I can buy this. So if your money is not increasing every year by at least 5%, you are losing buying power. Your money is depreciating in value as it sits there and it's not growing. If you're sitting your money in a cookie jar, if you're sitting in your money in a bank that's paying less than 5%, every year you keep it there, your money decreases in value. Did you pick up what I laid down? Did you see it with your mind's eye? Did you feel it in your heart? You've got to earn 5% or more, or your money is going backwards. It's flatlining. That's the hole. Hole number 4. What's hole number 4? Losing your money on the stock market. Listen, honey, I am all for ownership. Buy those flipping stocks and get them shares. But don't do it with your retirement money. Listen to me. There's 2 types of money that, in my humble opinion, shouldn't be on the stock market. Your emergency funds. So that's you saving at least 3 months worth for emergencies. In case baby April gets sick and you got to rush her to the hospital and it's going to cost you money, or you have to get out of town because you have parents that are sick or whatever, and you got to get to somebody and you need some money, or there's a hurricane and your roof caves in, or there's a fire, or your crazy teenager burned down half the house or something crazy, and you need a good chunk of money, right? You should just be able to go to the bank and get it. That money should be liquid, it should be accessible, and you should have a minimum of 3 months worth of it sitting in the bank, growing at 5% interest. That's the catch. No less than 4% interest at all times. That money does not belong on the stock market. The second piece of money that doesn't belong on the stock market is your retirement money. Your retirement money is supposed to be for your financial security when you're too old and too sick to work. So that money should have a floor, which means it doesn't lose anything when the stock market crashes. And it should grow because you need to get 5, 10, 15% on it. So it should have market gains, but it should have a floor so that you're not taking 5 steps forward to take 10 steps back because the market crashed. Honey, you don't know, I am opinionated. I am of strong opinions. Now, the person who gets paid broker fees, who has a license to sell stocks on the stock market, they're going to argue with me. And then if they're good and they have a God in their heart, they're going to say, well, she's right. And if you're close to retirement, you shouldn't take a lot of risk. You do need the equities because that's the only way to get the growth. So you need the equities, you need the shares, but there needs to be a floor on it so that you're not losing money. No money loss. There's 2 types of banking systems. Did you know that? There's a public banking system, which is what you're in and I'm in. If you have a bank, if you're saving money with your employer, those are public banking systems. They're subject to probate, which means The minute you die, honey, they are going to freeze your accounts. And at least 40 to 60% of it belongs to the IRS. State taxes, federal taxes, and death taxes. Uh-huh. The rest of the money will go to your debtors. Any loans, student loans, credit cards, any crazy spouses that claim that you married them and didn't really divorce them or whatever, or your baby mama, your baby daddy, all them. Okay? It goes, it's public. If you get arrested or you owe tickets or you owe taxes of another state, any kind of trouble you get in, the judge with the hammer, pop, has the right to that money. All of it. You have no recourse. Ask Puff Daddy. Ask OJ. Okay. The list go. Ask James Brown. Okay. My boy, Chadwick Boskin. Ask anybody who has amassed a lot of money in the public banking system and then they got in trouble or passed away. Aretha Franklin, Prince. I'm naming all the black artists whose estate went through probate, and by the time it was done, there was nothing left. Nothing left. All that singing and dancing, nothing left. It's sad. Even Michael Jackson's estate went through probate. Do you understand what I'm saying? So everything that's in your 401k, on your job, and at the bank, honey, it's on the public banking system, right? It's taxed. Before you touch it, Uncle Sam gets his chunk. It's got holes in it. You need to make sure you have some money in the private banking system. And you're going, Richelle, what's that? Honey, it consists of two things. Come here. Listen carefully. Trust and life insurance wrappings. Trust. There's hundreds of different types of trust. Which one? Oh, that's a private call. Get with me and we can get on a private call and we can talk, because that's a green sheet appointment. We got to talk about which one. So you need to do a green sheet. But trust and life insurance. No, not TD Ameritrade. No, not Robinhood. No, not Charles Schwab. No, not Wells Fargo. No, none of that. Life insurance companies, life insurance annuities, life insurance accounts, whole life, universal life, index universal life, variable universal life, cash dividend paying policies. That's private banking that can be used to transfer wealth without your family getting sick because they watch you do all that work and you wanted them to be okay and they're not because you didn't take care of business. OJ is my prime example. He passed away a couple of years ago, but he rolled his NFL money into trust. He Rothed this money. He overstuffed life insurance policies. So when he passed away, Forbes magazine, well, he was still living. When he came out of jail, Forbes magazine reported that he earned $600,000 a year passive income. And the Goldman family can't touch it because he's being paid out of trust. He's being paid out of life insurance annuities. He's being paid out of life insurance policies. He followed the advice of his rich counterparts from the golf course who told him what to do. Now, everything that was in public banking, everything he didn't have inside of a trust, his NFL paraphernalia, his Heisman Trophy, his house was all seized by the FBI and state and federal governments. But everything else he did, he set himself up with $6 million paying him out of these accounts. You can do it too. You don't need $6 million. You just need to holler at your girl. So the public banking system. So Richelle, the name of this workshop is to plug the holes. I told you how to plug the holes if you was listening, but I'm gonna break it down just a little bit more. In the banking system, you need to put your money in a trust, honey. That's the best I can tell you. Make sure that you have different types of trust for your CDs, money markets, your stocks, your bonds, everything should be inside of a trust. Your life insurance policies, your annuities, everything should be paying you out of a trust. You're going to plug the biggest hole that exists. That is the one called taxes. How? I'll tell you the how. I ain't got time to tell you the how because I'm not staying on here for 2 hours. But that's what trust? I'm not telling you what trust. You got to do a green sheet with me because that's specific to you and what you got. So that takes a green sheet. But plug the holes, honey bunny. Make sure you have some type of life insurance product that pays you cash flow, tax-free income. And we'll show you how to make it tax-free. We'll show you how to maximize it. Your employer the same way. You got all those taxes when you touch it, right? So at some point in time, you're going to need to roll that 401k, 403b, thrift savings plan, 457 plan, all the fours in the beginning of the number of your retirement plan mean it's tax deferred. So all those 400 plans, you need to get it tax free. You can do that? Yeah. There's 2 different types of conversions. I'm not going into all that, but it's 2 different. There's a rich people's conversion, and then there's a traditional conversion. But honey, you need to convert it or else pay the piper. I mean, if you just like paying 30% to 60% of your money in taxes after you work for 20, 30 years, do you, baby? Don't look, like Kendrick Lamar said, turn the TV off. Click, turn the TV off. Don't even look at me. Just stop looking. But if you're not interested in paying out that much of your retirement money in taxes, I suggest you talk to me and book a green sheet appointment. Let's see if we can get along first. Let's book a discovery call for 30 minutes and let's see if we can connect. Then we'll do a green sheet appointment and we'll tell you how to get them taxes out. And I'll give you this one tip, and this is for free because I love you and I love Jesus. So I'm going to give you this one tip. If you have a 401k or any kind of 400 plan, fill up your Roth bucket first. I'm going to say it 4 times. Fill up your Roth bucket first. 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 That's paying the taxes. That's getting the taxes out. Now you're only going to be able to put $8,000 a year in there if you're 50. You're only going to be able to put $7,000 a year if you're under 50. And honey, I don't care. If you're 25, you're going to be straight. If you're 30, you're going to be all right. If you're 40, you're not going to be able to get enough money to live on for the rest of your life. It's hard. Because Uncle Sam put a ceiling on it, so you can't do a lot in a traditional Roth. But for God's sake, fill up your Roth bucket first. Fill up your Roth bucket first. That was a free tip. I'm going to give you a second tip just because God is good. I'm going to give you a second tip. It's not even on here, but I'm going to give it to you. The second tip is, hold on. Where is it? I need to come out this Zoom because, hold on, where is it? Because I got to look dead in the camera. Did I stop sharing? Okay. Second tip. Get that free money. Get that free money. That's the matching funds. Don't walk away from the free money. Max out on the matching funds. Put it in a Roth it, max out the matching funds. I got one more tip I could give you that can make you money, but I'm not going to give it to you. You're going to have to see me privately for that third tip, because I just made you some money just now. If you do what I tell you, I just made you some money. Go do it. Stop looking at me and go do it. Get the matching money. Max out your Roth. Get that matching money and max out your Roth. Get that matching money. Max out your Roth. Get that matching money and max out your Roth. Get that matching money and max out your Roth. Get that matching money and max out your Roth. I bet you won't forget it. Sing a song. Sing a song. Sing a song. And honey, I don't even drink. That's the Holy Ghost. Yes, I am excited. God is so good. Loves you so much, he's got you watching this to rescue some of them holes in your retirement. Banks do it. Listen, I already talked to you about the inflation and how if you sit your money in a bank or in something that's not growing, it's going to cut the value of your money in half every 10 years. If you send your money somewhere that's not growing at least 5%, the value of your money is decreasing by half every 10 years. And when inflation's high, your money is decreasing every 5 years. It's getting cut in half every 5 years when them jokers with them tariffs and the bank and the gas prices and eggs are now $10 and all that craziness. Banks do it because they're smart. So this is a list of banks who put their money in high cash value life insurance. This is life insurance where you own shares of the life insurance company. And you can borrow, you can just get paid dividends, which means you can get an income from it, or you can turn it into be your own bank policy and just all kinds of stuff. If you're in a position to be able to sock away $500 a month and you're in good health, you better do that right there. I like the way you do that right there. You see Bank of America's doing it. They got $24 billion in cash assets. How much do you have in yours? If you learn how to leverage life insurance, if you learn how to leverage, your savings will stop going down to the line of zero. So here's the bad habit we all have. Put and take accounts. We put our money in the bank. We have an emergency, we take it all out and our account goes back down to the line of zero. Or we have a credit card, we charge it all up and our credit cards go back down to the line of zero. But when you learn how to leverage, which means make money that you borrow, which means I'm going to borrow the bank's money while my money stays in my account and in my investments, and my money keeps growing and I'm using the bank's money and I'm going to pay them back as cheap as possible. I'm going to flip a loan. You flip a loan. Flipping property and flipping a loan are one and the same thing, but you can flip a life insurance policy. You can flip a life insurance policy loan. Ooh, how you do that? That's a green sheet call. I'm not going through that. I don't feel like it. I don't know if I feel like doing this one either. It's 3 types of ways to invest your money. You can put your money in a fixed account, and if the fixed account is less than 5%, your money decreases in value. You can put your money in a variable account, and when the stock market crashes, you lose your money. And then you can put your money in a fixed index account. That's the one I recommend. This one has a floor so that when the market crashes, you don't lose a dime. But when the market goes up, you go, woohoo, there's my money. You never see losses. You only see gains if you work with me. Which one is best for your retirement money? That one. The one where you don't lose anything and you get stock market gains. This is what it looks like on chart paper. Bet you never seen that chart before. Your stockbroker, your financial advisor that makes a broker fee out of your account will never show this to you. The banker will never show this to you because they get paid whether you make money or not, because they're going to attach a fee, right? So the red line is the stocks. So if you have to retire when the market is down, you are poop out of luck. You lost 30, 40, 50% of the value of all your retirement. You lost about 10, 20 years worth of money, 5 years worth of income, 5 years worth of hustle, gone. And you have to pay taxes on top of that. What a mess. If you get like this CD, I got me a CD, it's paying 5%. Well, that's what we call flatlining. And that blue line is a fixed account. It's not keeping up with the cost of living. It's decreasing in value. Do the green line. If you was in DC, honey, the green line goes from what? Anacostia to Howard University. Catch the green line. Because when the daggone thing breaks down, you don't lose a dime, right? So that's when the stock market broke down. It just went flat. We have them so they grow by 2 or 3%. Well, 1 to 2%. So you still get a little bit of growth when the market is down. When the market goes up, there you go. No losses, no emotional headaches, no roller coaster rides, no you panting going, oh Lord, dude, I'm not, people say, I'm not going to look. I'm just not looking. I just decided not to look. Go look. You better go look. You're going to make me smack your hind parts. Go look, and move your money. If you don't look, there's no financial awareness. There are places you can move your money if you look. So look, go look, stop playing. I don't want to look. I'm not going to look. Open your eyes and move your flipping money. What's wrong with you? I'm fussing at you like I love you. Here's an IUL that I do. $2,000 a month, $1 million worth of coverage. You don't have to do $2,000 a month. That's called overfunding the policy so you can get tax-free cash. So if you passed away, somebody's going to be a millionaire. My son is going to be like, dang, Ma. He going to be crying, but he going to be like, where is all her life insurance policies? I'll be laughing from heaven. Like, dang, my mama's straight. She straightened me all out. That's right. He know it too. If you become terminally ill, need long-term care, become critically ill, things like cancer, heart attack, heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, critically injured, head trauma, severely burned, paralyzed, and a coma, you caught Alzheimer's, which is long-term memory loss, you can surrender the death benefit. Take $800,000 and some change in cash. Maybe go hit your bucket list and then leave them jokers that you love back $200,000 and they can be all right. Or you can leave it all to them. You got your choices. Have your cake and eat it too. When you get to a certain age, stop paying on it and let it pay you a tax-free income. This particular person stopped paying on it at age 70 and it started paying $4,462 per month, tax-free for life. And then, I like this because the 401k, you're going to lose. You get either or. You're either going to take the income or the lump sum, and it's going to be taxed. So you can't take both the income and the lump sum. But this one, you can take both the income and the lump sum. So here, this joker's taking over $4,400 a month, and at age 74, still got $267,000 and some change in cash value to be his own bank. $800,000 at age 84. Look, if you take getting $4,000 a month, you still got $800,000 growing, not depreciating on the market, not going down, but growing and taking no losses, tax-free. Are you kidding me? This a happy son of a gun. He gonna live till he's 90, 100 years old just because he got the money to travel, get himself a girlfriend or whatever. It's hard to get somebody to follow you when you old and broke. Look, you ain't gonna get no girlfriend that look like Beyonce when you're old and broke, honey. You won't, okay, I won't say that. All right, Richelle, guard your mouth with all due diligence, for out of it comes the blessings of life. So let me keep that going. All right, so infinite banking, honey. Should I show y'all this? Yeah, this is a millionaire. No. This somebody have the $500,000. They dumped it into an account, got a bonus of $50,000 on $500,000. So whack-a-lack-ow. When they opened up their account with me, they saw $550,000 first day bonus. We grew it a little bit. The market crashed though. So they got an extra $2,000 because when the market is down, you still get growth. So at the end of the year, this person ended up with over $602,000. We took that $602,000 in that 13 months, which is what I did today. I did this with a client today. On the 13th month, you and I come back. We do an internal transfer into an income growth account if you're ready to take income. So this son of a gun is going to take $47,600.17 for life and still be able to dip into his lump sum as he takes the cash. And then we told this joker, look, this was a 401k. So as soon as you start taking this income, Uncle Sam's coming from his piece of the pie. So how do you avoid paying Uncle Sam the piece of the pie? I already told you about that. Put it under trust. I ain't saying no more. Book a call. 30 minutes, talk. It's just me and you talking. I'm not doing anything but seeing if I like you and seeing if you like me. You want the straight skinny? That's what's going to happen on the first 30 minutes. Do we like one another? Do we trust one another? Do I trust you to be my client? Do you trust me when I give you instructions to do what I'm telling you? And you can tell I've been talking to a lot of people of color because people of color are extra. I love y'all, but y'all extra, okay? All right. And that's worth at least $5,000 because if you do what I just told you just now, you're going to put an extra 20, 30, 40, maybe even $1 million back into your bank account with just the 2 tips that I gave you on tonight, if you do it. So of course the call is worth $5,000 advisor fee, no problem. How to eliminate debt? I'm not doing debt anymore. I'm not chasing y'all down. We can talk on the phone about how to eliminate debt, but I'm not structuring no debt elimination plans no more. People that got a lot of debt wore me out. Ooh, nearly. I can refer you to somebody who does debt elimination though. There is a strategy that's pretty sweet and I can tell you about it. How to avoid paying taxes? Oh yeah, we can get all into that. Because we need what? We pay taxes on everything. When you're born, you pay taxes on the baby, on the hospital. And when you die, you pay death taxes. Don't we pay enough taxes? For goodness sake. So I love telling you how to get rid of those. Holla at your girl. How to turn your life insurance policy into a tax-free IRA. Oh, I like that one too. That's worth at least a $10,000 fee. I know people that charge it too. I know their names. I got their phone numbers in my cell phone. You can go to the people that'll charge you to do this, and I can send you straight to them. Oh yeah, baby, they charge. And you have direct access to me? Oh my God, how much is that worth? I got people texting me all the time. I tell people, don't text me at 7 o'clock in the morning. Wait till 9 a.m. to text your girl. But I got clients that text me. How valuable is that? I got other jokers in my cell phone that do what I do. You don't have no access to them. No, you don't. Access to me to help you with just quick stuff. At least a $20,000 advisor fee. And what's my fee? I mean, my worth to you is worth at least $65,000, baby. What's my fee? 10 referrals, 10 centers of influence, the 10 people that you text my business card to, 10 people that you tell about me, and then I ain't calling them because I don't like calling people nowhere. I've been calling people since 1992. I used to knock doors selling Globe Life. You know, I'm not trying to put holes in my shoes. That I got a mental problem with that. But you call them, you text them my business card, and then I'm going to check in with you, and then you're going to say, hey, Richelle, this is a good one, that one ain't good, that would like that. And you do that, you show up to the second Zoom call with 10 center of influence, good referral. I'm not talking about cousin Tutu who lost her job. She got 3 babies, but can't buy a policy. I'm talking about pastor, professionals, people who actually are putting money into some type of retirement plan. People who are actually putting money into a retirement plan. Your referral should be people who are actually setting money aside. You understand? Why am I talking to you about a retirement plan and you're not even setting any money to the side? It's a waste of time. So you refer me to people who are actually putting money towards retirement. You feeling it? Well, she wants to get started. Well, she better have 3 months worth of savings. She better show me that she can save money and not touch it to get her nails done and her $200 hair weave because she don't have the discipline. There's my booking call. Scan it. My calendar will open up and you can book a 30-minute Zoom call with me if you're ready to do that. If you're not ready to do that, please don't do it. Don't waste our time flying blind. Oh, was that in sync? Don't waste my time. But if you're ready just to talk on the phone, go to RaymaFinancialSolution.net. Can I blow that up? And just book a 15-minute phone call and I will call you. We'll talk on the phone. Okay? Do the call. But if you are ready to book a call because you're ready to do that green sheet, then go ahead and book the call and scan it. Join the Facebook group. It's called the 3-Step Challenge to Become Your Own Bank. That's when we're going to deep dive into these 3 strategies. But we need 100 people in that group before we start doing challenges. We're going to do challenges in that group. Join the women's group. Black women's financial advisors. No, it's not black women. My coach told me, girl, stop calling it black women. We need more than just black women. We need Asian women and Hispanic women. Okay, so now we call it Ethnic Women's Financial Advisors Coaching Group. I need to change that. It's called Ethnic Women for all women of color because we are a minority in a minority. Those of us who are in financial services, man, we are far and few between. We need to stick together and we need to get in these back rooms and learn what these jokers have been doing for hundreds of years. So that's why we're there. Podcasts, community service, outreach, books, whatever we can do to evangelize this thing. That's what we're doing. There's a scanner. Put your phone up, scan it. Only book it if you're ready for a green sheet appointment. Other than that, book a call. I'm done. All right, I enjoyed talking. Did anybody listen? It don't matter because I'm going to upload this on YouTube. And I'm going to edit it and I'm going to upload it on YouTube. And then you can watch it over and over and over and over. And when you are ready, you can book that call. Let me check it out. Oh, hi, Natasha. I love Natasha. She's on there. Anybody else on here? Oh, look at that. Got a few likes. Oh, no. Let me see. Okay, let me see. All right, so there we go. I'm done. Listen, beloved, I wish above all things that you should prosper and be in good health as your soul grows. Prosperity means protecting and growing your money. Good health is exercising, and soul growth is reading and associating with people who can help you get where you are going and not defile you. I love you. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.